incident? Do you have any updates?
Scary situation. He's doing better though than initially when you see something like that and someone stretchered off. You're thinking the worst case situations, and he's doing better. He walked out of the building with his family tonight. Didn't go to the hospital. So that was very, very positive, thinking that other situations. So that's good. Obviously, he's going to be out, but good that he was able to walk out of the building with his family, and so that was good. And also too, I want to just quickly say, from a medical staff standpoint, not only from serves and the on ice, but the off ice, how quickly that happened, and they were able to get out there, Dr. Liz. They just were so, it looked like dialed in with everything that was going on. It was really impressive to see that, to help be there so quickly for gents in that situation.
So there's a lull in the game, obviously comes back out in the second period, not too much happens, but what was the key in the third period?
Early on, we were a little bit tentative, maybe the first 5 minutes, and you could feel it a little bit. There's a few icings, we couldn't get into a rhythm, and I think there was a couple saves. They weren't huge saves, but just saves that we needed Chucky to make to just calm us down a little bit. And then I thought 5 minutes in, then we got to it and started to roll over lines, and I felt like the energy from our bench, and once we got one shift, two shift, and then you could feel the momentum. And that's where I felt like we got the power play and then the 5-on-3, and I just felt like once we got strung 2-3 positive shifts together of offensive zone time, forecheck pressure, then we were able to snowball that and capitalize and finish. The fourth goal was big too, because you knew they were going to press, and to get that second or the fourth goal to get up 2 was big.
Charlie said they came in after Jens got hurt and decided they were going to try to play like him as best they could down the stretch. How impressed are you with the way?
Yeah, Nick Dowd steps up. Not the fight. The fight is, he sent in a message with that, but just the way he played after that, and the whole group, because it's such a, it's just hard when you see something like that and you're playing in a game, and then you start running through not only your concern for him, but just playing the game of hockey and getting hurt like that, and it's hard to reset and go, okay, now I gotta be in right positions, and I gotta do X, Y, Z to win a hockey game. So that's a difficult thing. But what our group did, once again, showing the character of the group, was they okay, as hard as this is, we've gotta, because if we throw our season away, gents would probably be, you idiots, don't do that. Go out there and win a game for me, and I'll get better. And that's what they did. So I give them a ton of credit, as they've shown once again to find the character and the wherewithal to be mentally tough enough to focus and find a way to get 2 points and keep us in this fight.
It's been a while since you guys scored more than 2 goals. What was the key in getting 4 tonight?
Power play gets the third one. Sonny, I was really happy for Sonny, because he had a tough moment in Buffalo, and you could tell that it wasn't his best, and he felt really bad about his performance in Buffalo. So him to respond like that and get 2 goals and get us on the board and get energy in the building, and I was really happy for him to get that early. And then, it dried up a little bit. Like, Vasilevsky played well. He made some big saves. Pro has a couple real good looks. We had a bunch of looks on that power play, scoring opportunities. So it was looking like, this is going to be tough to get to the third, because once we got those 2, then the third, it was maybe we have 10 chances after that don't go our way. But that power play again too, to point out a situation like that on the 5-on-3. So you get a 5-on-3, had a couple pretty good looks, we don't score. It's very easy for that next minute to just be, that's normally what happens, is the next minute is just, you throw it out the window, it wasn't great. But for us to go quick up there, Chucky fires at that. I think it was Chucky that fires that quick up. We get a good entry off that, and then we attack right away. Stromer finds John Carlson, and to not be deterred, or just because we didn't score on the 5-on-3, to just throw in the towel and say, well, we're not scoring on this power play. Let's get this game to overtime. It's a big moment in that game, and again, the power play guys step up, and even though we don't score on the 5-on-3, to find that one in the back half of it was obviously the difference.
Last one.
You mentioned Milano. You mentioned Milano. Is he maybe more confident? Are you seeing where he's expecting more of himself as the season has kind of went on?
Yeah, and you know what it is too for Sonny is he's being tested and put in a spot because he's had a phenomenal year, and the injury and that coming back, but his production wise, he's been one of our most productive offensive players. Can't doubt that. Or you can't discredit that. Where his challenge is now is playing in these type of games and being able to do those things he can offensively, and also be really reliable, also be in good position defensively, also be able to get a puck out on the wall when he needs to. Those things that get very, they're required and they get tougher this time of year is the next step in his career. And that's what he's really challenging himself with, is being able to play playoff hockey or playoff style hockey, be a great offensive player, be able to score and make things happen with his individual skill set, but also be able to be a reliable player that can help you win playoff games. And that's what he showed tonight. He did a great job and deserves a lot of credit for that.
Thanks, Chris.
It's cool to have the record too and all, but I'm just excited for the team.
What went into pulling those 2 points after
Yeah, they're a good team. They're a dangerous team, and I thought we did a good job against their strengths, and did a good job on the penalty kill, and stayed out of the box for the most part, which was one of the keys for us too. So. I think we executed well. We played hard and rode it out till the end.
Chucky said you guys came in here and decided to play like Jets for the final 2 periods. Do you feel like you guys?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to even go back out there after something scary like that, and just like I'm sure you guys felt, we feel probably 100 times worse being down here and everything that we fight for, and I think just him too. I mean, I'm sure he's obviously gonna have to get himself back into shape, but to not be there is tough for him too, I'm sure. And but yeah, we tried to muster up everything we could.
What can you say about the way Charlie Lindgren's played for you guys down the stretch? Like every single game, it feels like it's the game of his life.
Yeah, no, it definitely does, and I think he's just a gamer. He's when the stakes are high, when the chips are on the table, he seems to come up big all the time, and that's been we wouldn't even be close to where we are right now, vying for a playoff spot without him. And the guy's been playing lights out and giving us a lot of confidence, and giving us the opportunities to get through some rough patches of games, and giving us a chance to win, and that's more than you can ask for.
John, with how tight that playoff race is, I mean, you've played in a lot of playoff games in your career. Does this feel like the playoffs? These last few games where it's kind of do or die at this point.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, especially for us. I mean, each team's kind of doing different stuff. I know we've been all over the spectrum on this. So each team that you're playing is in a different spot. Fighting for something different, trying to find something. Whatever it is. So. You also have to navigate that, and certainly got to take good care of business. That's the number one goal. We don't care what the other teams are doing. We're going to battle to the end.
In moments like this, not just
Last
with
one for
Jensen
John,
going
please.
down, but also with a couple other chippy plays going on in there, how do you guys respond when the emotions are really high? But
Yeah, I think we did a good job navigating. I think it's tough to turn it into mayhem easily. We could have, and what we have at stake is, I'm sure the Gents would want us to get the win more than to avenge him or whatever you say. So I think that we did a good job being physical, being firm, standing up for our brother, but also navigating the game in a positive way to give ourselves a chance to win.
Thank you.
Chucky, how impressed are you with the way this went?
Yeah, I mean that was a really good effort tonight. Obviously getting a couple goals early, Sonny Milano getting us going there. They answered back, and after seeing what happened with Jensen there, very, very difficult to see. We all know how hard he works, and so I think when that happened, we went to the room and kind of regathered ourselves a little bit, and at the end of the day, we just wanted to play like Jensen. And that's hard, and it's the right way, and I thought we did that. So credit to the guys in here, because it's not easy seeing a brother go down like that.
What can you say about the way the other 5 defensemen played, especially the younger guys who are not used to absorbing that many minutes?
Yeah, I mean, I thought they really stepped up. I think Alexiev has done a really, really good job since he's become a regular. I know he's got a lot to be proud of, and Vinny coming into maybe a little bit of a tougher situation where he's playing down in the minor leagues, and then he's called up to where the stakes couldn't be any higher, and he's handled himself like a pro, and he's just done all the right things on the ice and off the ice. So and then the other 3 guys who have been rocks back there all year, Marty, Johnny, and Reams, I thought they did a fantastic job as well. Johnny scoring a big goal there. So a lot to be proud of.
What does it mean to you to play this well in a game that matters this much against a guy like Andre Vasilevsky on the other end?
Yeah, I mean, I think Vasilevsky was a guy. I mean, going back to he was the first rounder taken in the same draft I was supposed to be in, and he's the guy that's been he's set the standard now the last since 2012, and you just see see the way he plays, and how big he is and how acrobatic he is. I mean, he's really he's all world for a reason, and I know for me, when I've had the chance to play him now 3 times, I see it as a really good challenge, and I got nothing but respect for him.
It's probably felt like this for a few weeks already, but does this feel like you guys are, basically in the playoff hunt, or fighting for playoff lives right now and playoff atmosphere these games?
I mean, yeah, it definitely feels like a playoff atmosphere. I mean, you see, you hear the fans tonight. They're behind us, and you feel it in the room. Yeah, I mean, everything matters right now, every single moment, and it's certainly something that none of us are taking for granted. We realize how fun this is, playing in environments like these, and it's been an absolute blast. And we got 2 games here left, and obviously, just lay it all out there. It's been a lot of fun.
Back against the wall, but it feels like this is something you guys are actually embracing. You kind of like it. At least earlier this week, we all talked about kind of you embrace this fight. So talk to us just about the confidence you guys are playing with right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think it starts with the leadership guys. I think, it's been, kind of jockeying back and forth for the last few weeks here. But no, it's been a lot of fun, and I think the older guys are really, they're leading the charge, and I think everyone else is following. And it's been a ton of fun. Obviously, playing a lot of hockey years, not a lot of time off, but that's how we like it.
What went through your mind when you saw Jensen go down?
I mean, I think obviously you're immediately upset, but then when I see Jens laying on the ice like that, it's tough to see. He's been a friend of mine for a long time. Our kids grew up together, we're around the same time. Really well. So yeah, I mean, seeing anybody in a vulnerable state like that is challenging, but that guy's he's a tough guy. So I'm glad to know that he's doing better now.
Charlie said after the first, when you guys went back, you guys took it upon yourselves to try and play like Jens. Do you feel like you guys came together?
Well, I definitely know I can't skate as fast as him, so there's no chance that I did that. But he's a huge piece of our team. I think he does so many things that go unnoticed. Blocks a ton of shots, he's our penalty kill. Really good in the offensive zone, gives our forwards an opportunity to handle the puck a lot because he does such a good job of breaking pucks out. He's a heart and soul guy, he's a leader. I think it's tough to say you want to go out there and win the game for Gents, right? There's no question. We got a brother and a teammate that gets injured like that, but I think we just had to understand the gravity of the situation and not let that play into how we need to finish the game, because I think Gents would be happy with the outcome, knowing that we stepped up for him and we got the job done.
How hard was that to focus when you got back out on the ice?
Yeah, it was a little challenging. Especially with that weird thing where we started off a minute and a half, and then we had the pause, and then we switched sides, and then obviously. You're still thinking about your buddies. So I think our team did a really, really good job of staying composed and pushing in that direction under really challenging circumstances.
You don't fight a lot, but it seems like that one makes it.
Yeah. I think any of our teammates would have stepped up and done that. I just saw an opportunity, and I think there's obviously a bit of a code, and we were able to handle it and move on. So.
With what was on the line tonight, staying in this playoff hunt with the emotions of everything, just how did you guys feel coming to this locker room just after this win and knowing you're staying in this fight here right now?
Yeah, good. We're going to take it one game at a time. Take tomorrow, decompress a little bit, then we're going to focus on Boston. I know a lot of guys like to look at standings a lot, and I think we can only control what we can control, and that's what we did tonight. It's everything falls on us now, right? Everything that's in this room, these next two games, this entire season comes down to our group being able to get to where we need to be and do it together. So.
Thanks, Doug.